The film begins in a sad atmosphere. Two innocent sisters, Spider and her younger sister, Jessie, stand crying in front of their mother's dead body. Their mother dies the previous night because of a drug overdose. With heavy hearts, both sisters silently lift their mother's body and hide it inside an old trunk kept in a nearby shed. Jessie cries and expresses her love to her mother one last time. She takes her mother's locket as a final memory and keeps it with her. But being the elder one, Spider not only feels sorrow but also fear. She worries that if anyone finds out about their mother's death, the authorities will separate the sisters forever. Spider does not want to lose her younger sister at any cost. So, she decides that they will pretend as if their mother is still alive. The next morning, both sisters leave for school as usual, but Jessie wears their mother's locket. Spider tells her to remove it and keep it at home. At school, she again reminds her not to reveal the truth about their mother's death to anyone. Later, Spider shares the truth with her best friend, Paula, to lighten her heart, making her promise not to tell anyone. She also explains that she never wants to lose Jessie. Paula feels sad but decides to help her and gives her courage. That very evening, Jessie brings a friend and her grandmother home after school. Spider panics, scolds her, and warns her never to bring anyone near their home again. She fears people might discover the truth. Along with this fear, another problem arises. Their food supplies start running out, and 6 days remain before their mother's monthly income arrives. The sisters decide to survive by eating less until then. Suddenly, their mother's friend, Reese, visits to meet her. To avoid him, Spider lies, saying their mom left an hour ago with another woman. Reese feels suspicious but tells her to call him when the mother returns, then leaves. Jessie becomes scared, saying Reese might return. Spider yells at her, which makes her cry beside their mother's hidden body. Spider hugs her and explains that Reese is just an addict, and once he realizes their mom doesn't care, he will go to someone else. To cheer her sister up, Spider takes her shopping when the money arrives. They buy plenty of food, enjoy themselves, and eat happily outside after a long time. But suddenly, a store worker comes out and starts taking their pictures. Spider scolds him, tries to delete the photos from his camera, but fails because it is not digital. Back home, Spider tells Jessie that they receive $600 monthly from the government, $200 for each person, only because no one knows about their mother's death yet. That night, both sisters remember their mom and fall asleep talking about her. The next morning, their tension rises when their mother's phone rings with a call from Child Services. An officer says she will visit to check if their mother is taking proper care of them. Both sisters panic. Jessie says that once the truth is out, they will be separated. So, they quickly start cleaning their mother's room. While cleaning, they find her old teaching certificate, which shows she was once a teacher before addiction. Spider decides to tell the officer that their mother has gone for a bank job interview. But then Jessie remembers that their mother's car is still parked outside, which might make the officer suspicious. So, the sisters work together to hide the car. Spider does not even know how to drive a car. Still, she somehow manages to drive and hides the car far away from sight. The next day, when the officer arrives at the house, both sisters say that their mother has gone for a job interview. They try to present their mother as a responsible and loving parent. The officer carefully checks the whole house, the fridge, and their mother's room. Believing everything is fine, she tells them to call when their mother returns and then leaves. For the moment, both sisters feel relieved, but they know the officer will return after a few days. The next day, Spider plans to run away far from there. She goes to the bus station and asks about ticket prices. But when the receptionist learns that she is only 15 years old, he advises her not to travel alone. Annoyed by his words, Spider leaves and goes to the store to buy some necessary items. There, she again meets the shop worker, Cody, who had taken their pictures earlier. He shows her the photograph he took that day and says he often wanders around taking pictures. He even offers Spider to join him sometime so they can take photos together. Spider refuses and goes back home. At home, Jessie still holds their mother's locket and remembers her. She asks Spider why she is so angry with their mother. Spider simply replies that their mother made many bad decisions in her life. Later, Jessie finds the photograph taken by the shop worker and teases Spider, saying that Cody likes her. Spider then tells her that Cody even invited her to come along to take pictures. Excited, Jessie insists that Spider should go with him. Spider finally agrees. The next day, Cody arrives on an old bike and takes Spider with him. They ride together and stop deep inside the forest. Spider jokingly asks if he is some kind of killer. Cody just smiles, and then both walk inside the forest. There, he teaches her how to use the camera and take photographs. Later, he takes her to his darkroom and shows her how the photos are printed. At the same place, Spider learns about one of his clients, a man who makes fake certificates, since he works as a document officer. Afterward, Cody drops Spider near her home and gives her a small digital camera to keep for a few days. When Spider reaches home, both sisters feel happy. Slowly, they begin to move past their grief over their mother and start finding small joys, becoming each other's support. But their happiness does not last long. One day, while sitting at a cafe, Reese suddenly appears. Angry, he demands to know about their mother because she has not contacted him for many days. He threatens Spider, saying that if her mother does not want to meet him, then at least she must return his $300 by Friday. The sisters become frightened, as they barely have enough money for themselves. The next day, in desperation, Spider sells the digital camera Cody gave her, but she only gets $50. To arrange the remaining amount, she also pawns her mother's necklace. That night, she goes to Reese's van and gives him the money, asking him to leave them alone. But Reese insults her and mocks her about her mother. He says her mother was just an addict who was always high, and if she had been sober, she would never have sent her daughter alone to meet him. Hearing these words, Spider breaks down and runs crying to the shed. In anger, she kicks the casket with her mother's body inside again and again, shouting that she hates her because she even kept a friendship with a disgusting man like Reese. When Spider returns home, Jessie tightly hugs her and asks if Reese will leave them alone now. Spider quietly answers yes, but deep down, she knows the truth. Spider fears that if Reese learns about their mother's death, the two sisters will be separated. The next day, she searches on the internet about adoption and discovers that an 18-year-old sibling can adopt a younger one, but she is only 15. At night, Jessie asks her about their mother's locket. Spider, afraid of breaking her heart, cannot reveal that she pawned it. Just then, a call comes on their mother's phone from the sheriff, who is also Paula's father and once their mother's friend. He leaves a voice message asking their mother to call back. This makes Spider even more nervous. The next day, she meets the document forger, the client of Cody, and asks him to prepare fake papers for her, like a driver's license and birth certificate, so she can appear 18 years old. She has no money to pay his high fee, but she convinces him by saying she urgently needs the documents. Returning home, she shares her plan with Paula that she wants to take her sister far away, where no one knows them, and adopt her legally with the fake ID. For now, she decides not to tell Jessie. Paula is shocked but supports her. The following day, Spider goes to the store, buys back the digital camera, and returns it to Cody. She tells him she cannot spend time with him anymore, but Cody persuades her again to hang out, and she agrees. They take photos together, and Spider slowly begins to like him. Later, while at home with Jessie, the child services officer suddenly visits again. The sisters panic and hide in the shed near their mother's body. The officer searches the place and leaves a warning voicemail on their mother's phone, saying if she does not call back by evening, she will contact the sheriff. Terrified, Spider rushes to the document officer's house for the fake IDs, but he is not there, and the papers are still unfinished. She does not know what to do. Jessie again asks about the locket, and Spider finally admits she sold it. Heartbroken, her sister says the locket meant everything to their mother. Spider, angry, argues that their mother only loved drugs and was a bad woman. Jessie refuses to believe this. Spider reminds her how their mother once neglected them, even leaving her outside on the porch when she was a baby, until Spider saved her. She also reveals that her sister's asthma is their mother's fault because she used dangerous drugs during pregnancy, which damaged her lungs. Hearing this, Jessie breaks down, denies it, and runs outside. She collapses from an asthma attack. Spider rushes after her, but realizes she forgot to refill the inhaler. Panicking, she calls 911 but, fearing delays, drives her sister to the hospital. The doctors admit her, but refuse to share details with Spider, saying only an adult can be informed. Spider, unable to call her mother, sits sadly. Soon, the sheriff arrives, confirms with the doctors that her sister is safe, and tells Spider. She cries, blaming herself for forgetting the inhaler. The sheriff comforts her, saying it was her mother's responsibility, not hers, and asks about their mother. Spider, unable to explain, softly pleads not to separate them. Jessie is discharged, and the sheriff takes both girls to his home. When his wife learns their mother has been missing for weeks, she suggests keeping the sisters until a good family adopts them. But the sheriff explains it will not be easy, as over 70 children already wait for families in their town, and if the sisters join the list, they will likely be separated. The next morning, the sheriff drops them at school. Spider wants to escape everything, so Paula secretly gives her money to help. Spider collects the fake IDs from the officer, returns home, and quickly starts packing. Jessie, confused, asks where they are going. Spider says they must run, but Jessie refuses. She does not want to leave her friends or her mother's memories. Angry, Spider slaps her. At that moment, Reese forces his way into the house. He grabs Spider, pushes her against the wall, and accuses her of hiding the truth, that their mother is dead, and she is keeping the $200 welfare payments. He threatens her, saying if she wants him to stay quiet, she must give him the $200 every month. His intentions grow darker. Before anything worse happens, both sisters fight back, and Spider knocks him unconscious with a baseball bat. Jessie, upset, tells Spider she does not want to go anywhere. Finally, Spider understands her feelings. The sisters sit together, sing one of their mother's old songs, and decide to tell the police the truth. Soon, their mother's body is taken away. The sheriff sits with them. Spider, with a heavy heart, asks if what she did was wrong. The sheriff replies sadly that everything she did was only to keep her sister close, and he promises not to separate them. Their mother's funeral takes place, where both sisters, with sorrowful faces, lay flowers on the coffin. The sheriff's family accepts them as part of their own and adopts them, ensuring the sisters never separate. Later, Cody also comes to meet Spider. She looks at her mother's locket, which she has bought back, and regrets all the harsh thoughts she had about her mother. When she opens it, she finds childhood photos of both sisters inside. Spider wears the locket and silently vows to always protect her sister and never leave her. With this, the story of the film comes to an end.